Hello, Internet Magic Man here from MMOBomb.com, bringing you another first look video. This one's a bit past due, but the recent tweets and hoaxes got me all mad, so I finally went through and did all the English patching and everything. So we're going to take a first look at Phantasy Star Online 2, a free-to-play MMORPG brought to you by Sega from the popular Phantasy Star franchise. Man, I remember playing the original RPGs back on consoles, and then Phantasy Star Online I must have played a ton of on the Dreamcast. So yes, it's very near and dear to my heart. As many of you that watch the free-to-play cast know, I wanted this to come to the West so badly, and when it came out 5 years ago, it looked like it was going to, and then all of a sudden, mum was the word, and nothing happened. Recently, though, we covered on MMOBomb a hoax account saying it was coming to the West this year. Sega, of course, promptly shut that one down and said, nope, no word on it coming West. So, for a while, for many years, you've been able to utilize English patches to play the game that were brought by the teams over at PSO2 Tweaker and Aida and team doing the translation, and huge kudos to those volunteers that are just so passionate about it that they're using their talents to enable English-speaking players only to access the game. Currently, there's no region or IP block. Of course, who knows? Sega could change their mind at any point and implement those, but for the time being, you can access the game via some creative patching, and the PSO2 Tweaker add-on is a great launcher to access the game. There are many guides online, so I'm not going to go through the process on how to get it in English, or as much of it is in English that is currently available. You'll just look one of those guides up. Really, besides being time-consuming, the only huge challenge is probably for most people going to be the Japanese CAPTCHA, of course. If you don't have somebody that recognizes those characters to kind of look at it for you, there may be some trial and error and a couple failures. I think it took me about 5 or 6 tries before I got it. So we're going to be playing on Ship 2. That is generally where most English-speaking players kind of congregate. So we've already created a character here because I wanted to spend some time in-game actually learning a lot, rather than a typical first look where I would just jump in the game the first time and experience the things along with you. I wanted to be able to speak to some things because there's a lot of complex systems in Phantasy Star Online 2, and not everything is in English. So if you're looking for a bit of a challenge, I've actually had quite a bit of fun, not only experiencing the story, which for the most part is in English, but certain subsystems and things that you should do for certain characters, certain classes. I've had a lot of fun with that old school feeling of reaching out to friends or trying to find it on the internet, or just a little hunt and peck kind of thing going on. Anyway, if you played MMORPGs back when the internet was very newish as far as guides and things like that, you'll know what I mean. There's a nostalgia feeling that kind of goes with it that warms my heart. But let's take a look at character creation just so you can see what that's all about, and then we'll jump in the game. I'm going to skip the cutscenes here. You can watch those. Can I skip that one? Yes, I can. Awesome. All right. So you first have your race and sex selection. There is no gender locking. So you've got 4 races: human, Newman, Caste, and Dooman. It sounds like Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Caste. Whatever. Each is a adept at certain classes. So if you take a look in the lower left-hand corner, you see that human males are balanced abilities. They allow high adaptability in any environment, capable of using striking weapons, firearms, and techniques, allowing them to adapt to any class. So it's kind of an equal balance between melee, ranged, and magical or technical techniques. Again, the Newmen are going to vary slightly based on that. It depends on what job you think you're going to be playing the most as to what class you may want to consider, but you can make any of these classes work. So let's create a Newman male. And now we have to select a class, and we have 6 available to us right off the bat: Hunter, Ranger, Force, Braver, Bouncer, and Summoner. Again, lower left-hand corner giving you an idea of what these would do. Hunter And make sure you read them, because they may not be what, like, you may think of a hunter traditionally as a ranged physical DPS type role, but in the Phantasy Star Online universe, hunter has a different meaning. And so this is your close range fighters, high hit points, high defense, melee attack. These would be more your tanky type characters than your DPS type characters. Ranger is what you may think of more along the lines of a traditional hunter. Range weapons to fight at mid-range, high proficiency shooting, including precision attacks. And then, of course, Force would be a type of magic or casting. I've been playing a summoner, so we won't create that. You'll get a chance to see a summoner. Summoner is... I can't decide if I really like it or not, and I'll talk about that when we're actually playing the game. So let's create a Braver, a class that uses weapons suited towards fighting style focused on timing and distance, a balance between short and long range. And we've got base character models to choose from here, 10 different ones, so we can mouse over and kind of find out which gives us the best starting template for what we want to do. All right, fine, this one's not bad. Now, check it out. In character creation, you can customize your character in simple ways, just picking from various presets, or you can go into a more detailed view. So simple face edit would be, base face type. Pick of one of these presets here. Whoa, what the hell was that? What's up, Chin? Holy shit. What is that? Face morphing, then we can start getting into more detail, and oh my god. Oh, that's crazy. Face variants, eye patterns, eye colors. I mean, you have a ton of stuff. Edit base body type, so we could pick, again, just from a preset list. Or we can start going into the individual morphing and modifying the entire body like that. We can also, of course, edit our costume. That was nice tie, buddy. That is that and jingle bells. Dude, you look amazing. You you look awesome. Voice selection. You can save creation data in case you're going to come back or you want to create this character later and just save where you're at. Load data, of course, to grab that file. And then you could do a couple other tests here so we can have him wave or salute. Go ahead and sit down, buddy. Wow, he just promptly sat down. So you get a nice character customization tool, whether you want to just do it simply and pick some presets or actually go into individual pieces. Next, last, of course, we're going to create a name. Nadell, sure, why not? Next, and confirm it or not, and we will jump in game, exit the character creator. There we go. We've got our dude. Now, here's a tip for you guys. Once this is technically episode 4 in Phantasy Star Online. 2 is the current run of the game here. Once you've completed the story and prologue, you can skip the introduction and start episode 4. If you select yes, you'll skip the introduction. Do you want to skip the introduction and just start episode 4? Now, I would pick yes here, because I've already done the introduction. Once you've worked through the storyboard of episode 4 a little bit, not very long actually, just kind of basically set up what's going on in the game, you will have access to episodes 1, 2, and 3 if you want to take a look at the lore, the story. There are some rewards there, and it depends on what you're after in the game on if that's going to be something that's beneficial to you. If you're after certain items, certain gear, that type of thing. I started and have been playing just on episode 4. So I'm going to log, and this is my storyboard, but we're going to cover that with my actual character. So let's return to ship select. Yeah, just look up if some of the things you're interested in, a quick search on is it worth doing episodes 1, 2, and 3. Okay, can we close the administrator message? What's going on here? Alright, hopefully that'll go away when we log in to our summoner. See, I have the option to go to 1, 2, or 3. So just take a look online and figure out if it's worth it to you to jump into episode 1, 2, or 3. This is not the character I picked. Yes, there are still some odd quirks in the game now and then. Generally speaking, I haven't had too many... Let's go to the title and see if that we can fix it that way. Generally speaking, I haven't had too many server issues or huge lag. Occasionally you get a lag spike here and there, but, you know, I can't really say more than any other MMORPG. All right, look, looks like we've got some... We don't have... Can we close this window this time? All right, that's a step in the right direction. Log in. But generally, performance has been pretty solid, and occasionally you'll see fun stuff like menus that won't go away, but it... Oh, that's because it moved. I must have picked Nadell. So it's moving to the top of the list. That's something new I learned. It's moving to the top of the list, the most recently logged in character. All right. Control is W, A, S, and D to move. Forward, backward, left, and right. You can double tap to do, depending when you're in the field. You can't do it here. You can double tap to do like a dodge. My character is a summoner, so it does kind of a little teleport, like a World of Warcraft mage blink type move in that direction. You can also use the C button to do that as well. There are a lot of options as far as the interface goes with 2-button control and 3-button control. I've opted for 3-button control. Typical screen, though, right here, health and your technique points, basically your mana, your PP. In the lower left-hand corner, you can see that I am level 28, but I've already gotten a subclass, too, and I've chosen Braver. And it's leveled to level 8. Once you get to about level 20, you'll pick a subclass. You'll do a quest to unlock the ability to do subclasses, and then you can tack on another class and start using some of its abilities. Now, unlike other games in the past, me being the most familiar with Final Fantasy XI that had a subclass feature, you don't have to switch to the Braver and then go play shit again to level it up. It will level along with my summoner, but at a fraction of the speed. I believe it's a 10% experience boost. Summoner has a trait that you can get to double that to 20% of the XP sinking into the Braver, or in whatever your subclass is. But it does level alongside at a slower pace, admittedly. So it's more action-oriented. We're going to pick up just a generic quest here, and then we'll get into some menu training, because there's quite a few systems. Basically, if you're not familiar with Phantasy Star Online 2, it's very instance-based, where this is our hub. This is our hub ship. And all quests and missions that other NPCs will give you take place in instanced maps that you kind of warp down to the planet or location and complete them. Let's pick a cool one. I want you guys to see something cool while we're chatting. Let's go. Where is this it? Yes. We're gonna go to Tokyo because, again, I'm not gonna get into the story here, but you are Earth has been discovered as maybe like an alternate type universe, or one that intersects with ours where they think Phantasy Star is a game, and to all the characters here, it's real life. I'm not through the entire story yet, but that's the basic idea. You can pick from difficulty levels. Obviously, being only level 28, I'm going to be playing on normal since that I will be by myself. But I can create this party to allow people to jump in mid-match, or mid-mission. So I'm going to leave it unlocked in case anybody wants to jump in while we're playing. I'm not going to create any details about it. But you can definitely jump into or search for somebody that's already messing around on that particular mission map and jump into the middle of it. So it's very easy to get in and out of parties, even if you don't have to sit there and search for, wait for a queue to pop or anything. Just go start doing it yourself. Somebody may jump in. Or not. Now we're on our camp ship, which is kind of our staging point. We have access to the medical terminal where we can get some various boosts or drinks that will impact stats or experience gains. Quest counter terminal, so I could take a look at the same menu that I was on just previously, except it was from the NPC. I can access it from here, so I don't have to keep going back to the planet if I'm doing a string of things. I can take a look at my partner terminal. So if you want to go solo, you can bring an NPC partner in if you want to. And they're going to have levels representative of yours. Obviously, you see the Gene here is a level 28 Ranger and a level 8 Gunner, which coincides with my 28 Summoner and level 8 Braver. I'm not going to bring one because I want to keep this simple. I'm going to jump into the pond, whoop, and head on down and move the little bead of light through the tunnel. All right, so we're in Tokyo. Great music, in my opinion, on this particular stage. And there's so much variance between the maps. You may be in a forest, you may be in the streets of Tokyo, you may be picking up a tool and flying through the streets of Las Vegas. There's a lot of variance going on. In this particular map, I can use these to hit E and interact with them and dash. As I said, combat is action-based, so you can see right in the center bottom of the screen, I have a left mouse ability, a right mouse ability, a scroll wheel ability, and if I hold down shift, those actually change to 3 different options. Now, I'm a summoner, so these are all pet command based. I don't get involved in combat. Left mouse I can target something and it'll have my pet attack. Right mouse button does a ability that you see is costing me PP, which will regenerate over time. The scroll wheel is an entirely different ability. Holding shift leads, so you have a control over the pet. You're not in combat. Now, you do see to the left and the right of those, I have action bars. Now, they may be bigger than yours appear when you first start the game. I've done a number of quests to expand those, and I've got different spells and things that I've learned along the way mapped there. Healing spells, electric damage spells, like hotkey 1 is Diamate. It's basically a healing package. Oh, that was stupid. And so from there, it controls very traditionally, pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Oh, come on, regenerate. There you go. Oh my god, I did it again. All right, we're just gonna walk. Minimap in the upper right-hand corner. Now, I'm targeting this guy, but I'm not hard targeting him. If I can hold down left mouse and just hold it down, and boom, my little Wanda minion is the minion that I'm using right now. Yes, you can have multiple minions. Yes, I do have multiple minions. And then we'll use right mouse ability to start nuking everything. If I want to hard target and focus on something, simply pressing Q locks on. And now my camera doesn't rotate like it does when you see that I'm not targeting. I have set in the settings to automatically pick up Maysta. That's the money you're seeing me pick up. However, items dropped, like this stamina gummy, which is a candy that I can use on my summoner's candy box, basically a skill palette to up stats and things for my T-Rex, for my actual summon. Again, we'll take a look at that in a little bit here. All right, where'd we go? Let's stay on the T-Rex, get him out of here. Now we'll focus on the tar flattening things, the steamrollers. Again, this makes sense in the story. The first time I saw this, I was like, what I'm fighting steamrollers? What is this? It makes sense in the story when you see what's going on with a particular character and Ether on Earth. Here's my little dodge ability, by the way. Now you can see it because I can double tap, or I can press, is it C? Oh no, C is sheathing my weapon. X. Apologies, X is my dodge. Spacebar to jump. Now we're fighting a tank. In the middle of the main quest, notice I says press E to observe the event. I have an event that they're just radioing in that this tank needs to be taken out. Take a look over on the right now. I've got an additional quest to defeat the Type 15 tank, so I'll get some extra experience and rewards for doing that. Get my minion to take out the helicopter. I love this too, watch this. Jump up in the air and hold down the attack button, and now I'm totally out of that dude's range. He could not hit me, and I can sit there and command my pet as needed. Pretty slick. All right. Still heading up the map. We're going to zone into the next area. Now, next areas in these maps may have particular requirements that you need to open to access them. Some of them might be flat-out multi-party areas where you can take multiple parties into, so bigger and bigger challenges on higher and higher difficulties. You may not be limited to just one party going after. We're going to take the teleporter here, and this is going to take us to the train boss. I thought this was a cool boss, so I figured I'd use this one in the first look video, even though the intro scene kind of lagged out a little bit there. Now, my pet's life bar is in the center bottom above those abilities. Notice that there's, if I get close enough here, come on. Notice that there are different places I can target on the boss. I'm not just particularly, here, we'll hit this leg. But if I want to, I can come over here and hit this leg. I could focus with Q on that leg if I want to, but then I've got to make sure that I stay in range. And again, I'm just using auto attacks because I'll kill this thing pretty quickly at this point. But I want you to see some of the abilities. Let's get off of auto target so that we have free range of the camera. Spinning, whoa, shit. Spinning the center mouse wheel, I have different weapons and hotbars equipped. So weapon slot 1 is my summon. But let's say my summon dies. It can come back, but it takes a little bit of time, so I would switch to maybe my gun ability, and I get a different skill set right there. But now I'm by myself using my kind of gun blade that does both physical melee and ranged attacks, depending on what I'm using. Again, you may not have as many weapon slots off the bat. I have done a number of quests to open some up. We'll start using our magic ability here. You can't even see my summon. He's hiding back there. Now you may say, okay, nice dodge. What's the point in being able to attack various points? Well, some bosses have, or some mobs, not just bosses, but some monsters have weak points that you have to attack for the extra damage. Some have, like this one, have situations where if you beat up the leg, it falls down for a period, making other parts of it vulnerable. So it is a very dynamic combat system. Let's beat up the crystal to claim our rewards. Pressing E to pick up the items. Money I'm just getting automatically. Now back to my camp ship. So I'm rewarded with my experience, my money. I'll also get a rating here, in which case I got an S ranking. Yep, S ranking, perfect, because I didn't die and I basically killed everything. Now, following those particular quests is what moves the story along, your arc quests. But there's so much to frickin' do in this game that you may find yourself, in here, the Oracle ship's lobby for a long period of time, because you have other characters like these administrators that give client orders that are smaller quests. Notice this is where I got my sub-palette expansion so that I could get more abilities on my hotbar, unlock difficulty levels, a level cap trial. Starting at level 30, you have to open up level caps to keep leveling. Kind of similar if you're, again, familiar with Final Fantasy XI, doing your limit breaks at level 50 and forward. So you can accept missions from here. And again, look, I mean, the translation, I know the order name, I know the client name, I know the objective, I know my rewards, and some of the quest text hasn't been translated yet. But in some cases, it has, because maybe there's, immediately completed if condition is met when order is accepted. Maybe there's something that I should know rather than just some lore. And that icon, that blue icon you see above this person, indicates that this person also has client orders for me. And I know, probably doesn't have any right now, but Pietro here is our basically our summoner guide. He had a class, or he had different client orders for us. Echo did as well. There are tons and tons of client orders that you can be doing to gain experience and opening things up along the way too. In addition to that, you've got your storyboard, which is the main story of the episode 4 that we're on right now. So you'll be able to go back and watch your little cutscenes that take on the story. You'll have certain missions or events that you have to complete in that story to progress the story. So you've got the main story going on for you. In addition to that, But you have the Arcs Road cards that you get as you complete them. So right now I'm on Senior Lesson difficulty level. This one only has 2 stamps, and basically I have to complete Kofi's Client Order Level Cap Trial 2, but I've got to be level 35 to start that. That's why you haven't seen me go for it or don't see the stamp here. And complete level number 2, difficulty level unlock, I got to be level 37. So let's take a look at a card I've completed. Each time you complete the required item, you get a stamp here, and you may get a reward based on individual stamps, and you do get a reward when you complete the entire card. So for this one, I had to complete the the support partner seminar, teaching me about the NPCs I could bring into battle with me, go to the makeover salon and create a support partner. These cards are a really excellent tutorial into all kinds of subsystems within the game. Because this isn't just the only place you're going. Up there is the bridge where most of your storyboard quests or storyboard scenes take place. But we've also got another place that we can warp to on the ship here that has all of our weapon item shops, so I can buy items, sell items, get them from my storage. Also identify items. Do I have any that are unidentified yet? No, I must have cleared those out. But identify certain items, upgrade items, so that I can give them various stats. So identify items, appraisals, appraise eggs if I pick up an egg, which could be either a leveling up tool for my summoner pets, or it could be another pet. You don't know until you get it appraised. But that's where I can upgrade my weapons. Here's basically the same thing, except it's for my pets. On the other side, again, more client orders over here. On the other side, I have the costume shop, which is going to be huge for people because you don't see... Let me show you our gear. You equip weapons, and again, I only have 2 equipped, although I've opened up extra slots, so I should throw some weapon sets together. You equip weapons. Now, the tact is basically the baton I use to control my summon as a summoner. It's basically cosmetic for all intents and purposes. But my Ray Duplex here, I could change to another weapon. I could add weapons in these slots as well and extend out my abilities with those different weapon sets. But as far as actual gear goes, it's a costume. You're wearing your costume. You only really have 3 pieces of gear you have to worry about. I put something on rear, arm, and leg, and they have different stats accordingly. Range defense, physical defense, may have different abilities as far as adding stamina or shooting or resistance to a certain element. There's a lot of subsystems here. You can see by the status that I currently have resistances for 3 different elements. And so you can customize that based on where you might be jumping into combat. Skill rings, I'm only level 28, haven't really had to deal with them yet, but that's it. That's our armor palette. So it's all about costumes for those of you that want to change the overall look. Like I've got this costume on right now of your character. And then over here we've got items. Back in here, if you get bored for a little while and I don't feel like jumping down, well, hell, go check out the casino where you can win some money. Not Maysta. It's a different currency in the casino coins. But, hell, you want to go gamble? I've got 2,307 casino coins right now. You want to go play some slots? We could do that. We could play Rappy Slots. Woo, where we can bet anywhere from 1 through 5 coins. Aw, nobody was on this machine. There's no bonuses over here. We're going to go ahead and bet. No, we're going to bet 1. Just my strategy here, if you're playing the Rappy Slots, I bet 1 until 4 of these bonus lights are lit. They become lit when you get this symbol in the upper right here, 3 in a row, in combination with this symbol, which is a wild card. I bet 1 until I have 4 of these, and then I start betting 5 because I want to be at max bet when I get the bonus spin. So let's just see. We're not going to play this too long unless I get bonuses out the ass. Well, shit, there's one. All right, 1 light. There's a second light. All right, now we're betting 1 and winning 5 on those spins, so that's not too shabby there. That's a profit, right? And nothing on that one. I'll see, now I can't. Oh, I don't want to leave. Not sure why that hid. There's not a chance to win there. Oh, I guess there was with the pink head and the wild card. There's a couple coins. One. So that was a free spin, basically, for me. Nothing going on with that spin. All right, if we don't get a bonus here in a spin or two, we'll move on. I just feel bad letting 2 Reppy bonuses sit by the wayside. Because when I get up from this machine, those 2 bonuses will still be there for whoever wants to come in and happens to sit at this particular machine. They'll still have 2 bonuses to start with. Ugh, Heartbreaker, you damn tease. Oh, can we get a bonus? Oh, no. But we did win 1 coin. All right, so I don't want to sit here and gamble on the first look. But if slots aren't your thing, maybe you want to go play roulette. A really, really big kind of roulette. There you go, where you can set your coins down on the individual markers and spin the wheel. We could also play a different type of slots where it's a cumulative jackpot and you either decide to bail with what your winnings or kind of gamble it on the next roll. I'll play this. Mayson Shooter. This is like a shooting mini game where we're moving from left to right because I've got a panel on the floor in front of me here that I want to catch coins in, but I've got to shoot diamonds to get those coins to fall down the Plinko board and catch them. I love that my hair does that. And just holding down the left mouse button fires. See, the coins fall down through the Plinko board. I want to pick them up as I am shooting. Gold, silver, and bronze. Obviously, the gold ones take a few more hits, but have the gold coins in it, which are the ones you really want. Also, a few optional targets, like the bunny rabbit dude you just saw me. We don't want to pick up the bomb, which means I'm going to miss that beach ball. We'll try and get this one, though. Got it. Oh, we've got the king and the diamond up there. We're going to try and knock him down. There's the big king. We'll really go after him. Get some big bonuses. And again, here's a funny thing. There are client order quests for all of this stuff, too, to teach you how to play this stuff and give you different... you actually get experience for completing those quests, too. So you can come and have some fun in the casino and gain experience that way. I mean, there's just a lot to do. All right, we're only at 28 casino coins. We spent 100 to play. So we need to start picking up some coins here. Got a batch of bronze coins here. And some silver ones coming down behind them. We're going to get this one. And shoot, 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 shoot. There's a gold. Oh, there's our bunny rabbit friend. Oh, wow, I totally whiffed on that. All right, take out the gold. Got to get that coin. We're still only at 41 coins. You can see that in the upper right of the screen there. Oh, Mini King. I don't want that bomb. Don't want that bomb. Don't want that bomb. Get away from the bombs. I kind of got sandwiched in between 2 bombs there. All right, 56 coins heading into the third and final wave. This is not looking... 59 coins now total. We're going to have a good round here to just break even. There we go. Gotcha that time. Now we'll get the beach ball, which powers up my shots. Rainbow coin. Now we're doing well. Look at this. Just taking shit out with those power-ups. Another beach ball. Power up again. Another beach ball. I'm getting more damn beach balls than coins. But damn, I am taking things out with like 1 hit. $79. I don't think we're gonna break even. Oh, close. Oh my god, 99. So I lost 1 coin after all that. But again, something else extra to do. Inside Phantasy Star Online 2. Real quick for summoners, let's talk. I hit escape to get my menu up. My mag is a little friend that he kind of pops out and hovers above you. If you're familiar with Phantasy Star Online, you know what a mag is. But as you level them up by giving them items, I don't want to give them an NT item, let's just give them this. So you can see, yes, that starts leveling them up and getting abilities. my pets. So you can see I have a couple different pets. Wanda is the one that I've been rolling with. This is their candy. Egg synthesis is giving them the eggs and things to level them up or morph them. If you find another Wanda egg that's a higher level, you can kind of synthesize them together so you don't have to start over. But their candy box is where you upload their pieces of candy or add their pieces of candy, like the stamina gummy we picked up. So this particular item, I can't see what it does because it hid the window. A candy for your pet, HP plus 10 when placed. So now I can place this in their candy box. Now I can't place it on a paper cube. I can't place it on a caramel cube, but I can use, this one can't be moved. Only I have to use a caramel crusher item and get rid of it if I want to. These particular jelly cubes will dissolve when my pet reaches certain level thresholds, level 50 in this case. But these open slots, let's throw a stamina gummy there, and now my Wanda here has 10 extra hit points. Pancakes are great, but I'm not using them yet. You can also use money and different items to kind of crush these down. So like this one layer pancake, this is a 4x3, but if you look at... Yep, I don't want that. If you look at my tech cookie here, this was originally 3x3, but I've compressed it into a 2x3 area with some abilities. Kind of the same way you craft to upgrade your gear, you can use items and money to go ahead and adjust the size of those candies as well. No, I don't want to go to a free field. I don't want to go to camp ship. That was totally the wrong exit. Free field will just throw you into a particular map, and you can go ahead and explore the entire map. Again, a requirement for some client orders. So just a ton to do. My casino coins are now in storage. Am I forgetting anything? Friends, party, mail, all typical. Client orders, events info, quest information, so your quest log, your options. The AC shop is the cash shop. Again, not really much going on here because, you know, there's not really much I can do in there. What is this? Whoops. No, that is not what I wanted to do. Totally not what I wanted to do. That opened a browser. So we talked about subclasses, but we didn't talk about skills. So to learn class skills, every time you level, you get a skill point, and then you spend that skill point however you want to on your class's talent tree. Now, I have Summoner unlocked, so I've been popping different Summoner abilities, and they become more and more unlocked the more points you spend in a certain order. Now, my subclass, Braver, I have one skill point to spend. It's getting its own skill points, so they're not sharing here. And I'm just going to level up my dexterity boost one more time from 7 out of 10 to 8 out of 10. And spend that point. You can transfer these. You can make sets, add different skill trees. Again, that's going to be a cash shop purchase, though. So there is a fair amount of customization all the way through your leveling experience, too. Again, you're not only just doing your Summoner class, but the Braver class as well. If you want to just change class, you can do that too. Like Final Fantasy XIV, you can just swap classes on the fly. You can't do it in the field, you have to do it here, but one character can feasibly be every single class. So you can see here's a list, and you'll notice that there are more on here than you got to start with. There's some additional ones that you weren't able to pick when you created your first character. But that's Phantasy Star Online 2, gang, in a nutshell. I've tried to go over a lot, and I know I wasn't in the field an awful lot, but I wanted to let this first look serve as more of an introduction to the entire game and not just an example of the gameplay itself, because there's just such a ton going on. I wanted to make sure I hit as much of it as I could, and we didn't even get to the salon and things like that, where you can really change your appearance, create support characters, all that stuff as well. So, until next time, gang, this is Magic Man from MMOBomb.com saying stay safe. We'll see you on the servers.